this? Are you ready? You ready for this, huh? I have a surprise. Look who's here! Yay!
Look at this!
Great, we are twinning, okay? So I asked my girl Brooke to jump in here with us. You guys give Brooke some love and some heart. She is here to be my twin. Okay, Brooke, you have to show them that we are all twinning out, right? We got our earrings, right? We got our, show them the shirt.
Made for this.
Made for this. We have our
ELITE jacket.
ELITE jacket. All right. So we are twinning
awesome
too.
Earrings.
And we both wanted to come here because you guys know Brooke recently trained your team. Brooke is an awesome inspiration to us in the paparazzi world. I mean, this girl is a rock star. She is running. She hit the ground running, y'all. And she has a fashionista team. And she has like 12 people on her team, but they're like skyrocketing. No, she has a thriving team, but I'm just saying she is proof, and I was proof, and Danielle was proof that you don't need to have these super elaborate, huge teams to still do amazing things. So I asked Brooke to come in and be my twin for the day, and we are just going to give you guys some pro tips.
Yeah, we do.
Pink.
We didn't even plan that.
Twinning. We're here. Same lipstick, same everything.
I love it.
So I wanted Brooke to come in because, again, it's twin day. I wanted her to kind of be my twin. We're both fashionistas in the business, and we both have something in common that we are getting ready to do. So Brooke did it yesterday, and I'm getting ready to do it. So Brooke, do you want to share with them like something that's exciting, big news for you?
Yes. So I went to corporate last weekend, and while I was there, I hit Black Diamond at corporate. So I like sat in the pink chair, made my orders, all the things. So Black Diamond was my scary goal. You know, when I started this fiscal year, I've only been with Paparazzi for a year and a half. And I was platinum last year. And then this year, Diamond was really my goal. Black Diamond was my scary goal. And to be able to be at corporate and hit my scary goal was a huge deal. But you guys, anybody can do that. And what I thought was so terrifying ended up being a reality. So if you don't go for it, even if it's so scary, you'll never know if you're capable of hitting that or not. Mm-hmm. So did I ever think that I would? No, not at all. But, you know, it happened because I just pushed and I wanted it to happen. So I just need that curly hair.
You're big. You have to tell them yesterday what was the big thing yesterday?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Hello. I retired at 33 years old. I'm so excited. So yesterday, sorry girl, I totally, I quit my job yesterday. So today was my first day as a paparazzi consultant full time, and it's been awesome.
And how long have you been in paparazzi, again, for everyone as a reminder?
I started January of 2020, so a year and a half, basically.
Guys, she has been in this business for a year and a half and already has a fashionista team, has been able to retire and resign from her job and hit Black Diamond. So she is an example of someone who is running in their business and really giving their best. And the thing is, I wanted her to come here because she, like Danielle and I, we're all elites together, but we all have done remarkable things in kind of short periods of time. And people come to us and they're like, how in the heck did you do such and such? Or how in the world were you able to hit elite that fast? Or how in the world were you able to do this? It's that laser focus. It's that determination. It's that consistency. It's showing up when you don't feel like it, showing up when people are discouraging, or, when everything seems to be falling apart, you still are showing up and you're still willing to be hardcore for your goals. Now, Brooke, I want to ask you this. How many times have you felt discouraged on this journey? How many times have you been frustrated? How many times? We have to let everyone know that. Just like they feel, we feel that too. So.
I mean, gosh, I feel like I message you all the time. I'm like, like,
and I message you too. Like, Brooke, I'm having a bad day.
Like obstacles are going to happen. That's just life. Nothing is perfect, and there are going to be hardships. But if you don't go through hardships and push through those, then you don't even know what potential you really have. And the victory is not near as sweet if everything comes so easy. So when you're working hard and you're pushing hard and you're going through hard things, when you come out on top, that just proves to you how strong you really are and what you really are capable of. So it's worth it.
It's absolutely worth it. And I also wanted Brooke to come here because she and I have developed this really beautiful friendship to where I think that we have common goals. We're trying to run for the same rank. We're both trying to, we're leaving jobs. We're stepping out on faith. We're running. You need that running partner. And that's why I wanted everybody to, for Twinning Day, for this whole week, for Spirit Week, find a partner, find a mentor, find an accountability person that you can check in with on those days where you feel frustrated or sad or things are not going the way you want it to go. And Brooke and I would say, God's got us. I think that's like the theme in like almost every comment. God's got us. We're going to be all right. And so when we have those discouraging moments, I have someone there, she has someone there, and just kind of say, girl, get back on that horse and keep on running, or, lace up your shoes, this thing. And so I want you guys to really stick with your partner this year. Stick with your partner through Spirit Week. Check in on them, motivate them, figure out what their goals are. Because if you don't have a circle, if you don't have a network, if you don't have people that you can depend on in this business, it's going to be much harder for you to figure out those tough days and how to navigate through them.
Yeah, so absolutely.
So Brooke, can you give one suggestion for their year? So we are at the beginning of the calendar year. Do you have any practical advice or a pro tip that you feel like helped you in your business that you want to share with everybody? And then I'll give mine as well.
Okay, well, I definitely think starting now, like start today. Make your goals, whatever they are, write them down, look at them daily. So like if it's life of the party, know how many pieces a day you need to order. Stay on top of that. You don't want to get mid-year and decide to go for Black Diamond and have to like run to catch up. It's harder to do that than if you just know day one, like I'm not going to settle for anything less than this. And I'm going to go scary for this. And have those goals prepared and know exactly what you need to do. Keep up with that in a spreadsheet, however it is that you handle that. Because if you stay on top of it, you're going to hit it. It's inevitable. And with your team, if you are a team leader, then doing the same for them, helping them know like, okay, you guys, go for the gold. Like we're doing a goal for the gold sort of thing, like with our team, like a theme, like everybody hit gold. Don't settle for anything less, because you know the perks that you get when you hit life of the party gold. It's worth it. And we all know everyone's capable of that. If you really put your mind to it, you are capable of hitting that goal, whatever it looks like for you. And then you guys just believing in yourself and the journey, it works. I'm not the first person that's got to quit my job. Mel is not the first person that's going to be quitting her job. Like people are doing this all the time. And it blew my mind when I first found out people are retiring and resigning to sell $5 jewelry. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around it. But once I fully like believed this business is the real deal. And when I sit and talk with Misty and Trent Kirby of all the upcoming things with Paparazzi, you guys, we are about to like blow this jewelry world out of the water. Like seriously, the future with this company is so bright. Like if people are not getting in right now, I feel sorry for them, honestly, because it's just crazy. Like it's going to just be so big. Like there's going to be ranks that we don't even know yet. Like they're created. They haven't advertised them, but even Empire is not going to be the biggest thing. Can you imagine? Like how incredible is it that we're a part of a company that is continually just advancing and thinking of us and our best interests and how we can make the most money. I mean, a $5 jewelry business that has self-made millionaires, I'm here for it. Like, I'm declaring that, like, there's going to be a bunch of us. Like, yes, yes. So I just fully believe, you guys, that all things are possible through Christ. So definitely keep him at the forefront of your business. Pray to him daily. Do not let the hardships get in your way. If you stop, if you quit, then you're giving up on your dream. And don't worry about what other people think. It's not their dream, it's yours. So put that all aside, work hard for what you want, make a plan, stick to it, and just go. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I say that all the time, but it's the truth. You have nothing to lose in this business. You're only going to go up from here. So that's my little tip.
That is excellent. And I love that. And I think that that's a big part of what we have to keep in our minds for this year is that I can do anything. Like, don't let anything do, or you feel like, oh, because I don't have this, or oh, because this thing is not working. No, it just means that you have to figure out another way to make it happen. So another pro tip is that when Brooke mentioned, you start today, you start working towards those goals. Brooke, in her message to me, you want to know what she told me? Today she messaged me and she's like, did you order like your black diamond today? Like, I think I ordered like I'm platinum. Like, I think I ordered like a diamond. I don't think I ordered like a black diamond. It was like she was giving me a pat on, like, excuse me, did you order like a black diamond? That's and right. That, I mean, those little things. And it really was like, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to make sure I order like a black diamond. I'm not going to. Now, I'm a diamond level now, but I have to start ordering and working it like a black diamond if that's what my goal is, you know? So I thought that was really cute that she asked me that today because I read it and I was like, I don't know. Like, let me look at my numbers. So, but I just think that that's really important for us. So a pro tip I was going to suggest is not only just ordering during new releases, but start using your weekends to your advantage to work your website sales. So not to say that you can't always work your website, but I honestly feel like that website is so underutilized. It's a way for us to get basically free money in our commission checks. You're going to get that PV that's going to add to your overall volume. So not your overall volume. Let me take that back. Your overall personal volume. Let me be specific. And you want to make sure that if you have goals, don't just try to buy and sell your way to your goals. Let your family and friends and your network and your customers start getting in that website. If you don't know how to sell well on your website, this is a year for you to try. If you say, I never get website sales, it's so hard for me. Think to yourself, I can do all things. Set for yourself maybe a weekend goal. So if you say every week, this is my goal for life of the party, and my weekend, my Saturday and Sunday, I want to try to sell at least 50 pieces on my website. I want to try to sell 25 pieces or whatever it is that you want to do. Try to make that weekend for something else business building to help you get to your goals. Another thing is going to be to share the opportunity. We have this really great promotion going on right now for July. But when there is no promotion, or when you talk to everybody under the sun, and when you tried and we try and try again, okay? So share now as much as you can about this promotion. Tell people how amazing Paparazzi is, what it's doing for you. Attraction marketing is important. So if this is something that you're not so great at, start watching some videos and some trainings and learning some skills on ways that you can get people to draw into your business to see, hey, this thing is working. I know when I see Brooke and I see her posting, I'm like, if I wasn't in paparazzi, I'd be interested. When I see Danielle posting, I'm like, if I wasn't in paparazzi, I'd be interested. And I'm hopeful that when people see my story, when they see my timeline, when they see what paparazzi is doing for me, or how me and my husband get to go on this trip, or how I can leave a job after 15 plus years in the government, and how, you know, when they see this is like giving them hope. Give them hope right where you are. Even if you just joined the business 2 weeks ago, there is something that you know about this business that could encourage someone. You can say, I've been in this business for 2 weeks, and you guys would not believe the sisterhood that's happening here. You would not believe how much training I'm getting. You would not believe the awesome perks and promotions that they have to give us free accessories. Even if you've been in the business a short period of time, you still know enough about this business to draw people in. If you do a flash sale and you sell 12 pieces of jewelry, oh my gosh, guys, I made enough to buy my lunch today. I put gas in my car. I did whatever it is that you were able to do because somebody that day wasn't able to do it. Somebody that day was like counting their change to get their lunch. And when they see your post and says, Paparazzi paid for my lunch today, it's the little things. Don't feel like you have to be at elite level. You have to do these grand things. It's the little things that matter to people. So make sure that you're sharing your business and that you're sharing it in a fun way. And that's why Spirit Week comes into play. We do these goofy things and wear all these kind of crazy, whatever, to draw people in. But even on those days when it's just a regular old day, you're going live, a regular old day, you're doing your flash shows, a regular old whatever. Make it fun. Keep the fun in your business. And that was, I told you guys in one of the lives this week, that was the pro tip that Michelle Egan gave me, was keep your lives fun, keep your business fun, and you'll definitely go far. So Brooke, I want to bring you back in one more time for this next question. So one thing that I remember you sharing with me, two things actually, three. Okay, three things that I think are major that I wanted to share with the teams, and I want you to expound on it a little bit, okay? So Brooke and I pick each other's brains. She has strengths, I have strengths. So where I might be really strong in an area, she may say, Mel, like, can you help me? Like, you're really good at this thing, or I see that I can grow in this area. And in reverse, she's sharing things with me, and I'm like, whoa, like, that's really good. So three things that she mentioned that she and her team kind of lead with that I think is great is showing up camera ready, or picture photo, family photo ready for your lives. So that's one thing. When you're going live, make sure that you look like, if at any point somebody grabs you off of that live and said, hey, go jump in this family picture, you look amazing. So that's one thing. The second thing is that you all teach people about ELITE up front, right? So you teach people that on your teams, not just necessarily, oh, this is director, premier director, not to say that that's not it, but you want them to understand about ELITE, because that's the goal that we are ultimately trying to achieve if we want greatness. And then the third thing was that a big part of your success was hosting parties, those hosting events, and kind of connecting and getting out there. So of those three, can you just expound a little bit about that and kind of share, because I love those tips. And then here with my team, so I wanted to make sure that the ELITE Rockstars got that information too.
So the family photo ready, my new thing that I like to tell my team is that when you show up for your live, you better show up like Misty Kirby is on the other side of your phone. Because here lately, I have seen her, and we've talked about this, Mel, you too. She is watching my stories. She's liking my pictures. Trent likes my pictures. Summer likes them. Misty told me, we watch. At night, we just sit and we kind of scroll through and watch lives. She said we never click in because we don't want to make anyone nervous, but we watch.
And you know, funny, like you and I will be like, Misty was in my story today, and I'll send her a screenshot. She's like, she's in my story too. And you know, it's just funny because, like you mentioned, if you're scrolling and seeing like who saw your story for the day, and you see Misty Kirby saw all 25 of the posts, because it's not like you see her pop in and that's it. She literally will look and watch and see. So exactly right. So yes.
So that's what I tell them. I'm like, you guys, Misty is 100% probably watching your lives. So you need to show up like you are going to your best job interview of like a dream job of a lifetime. So, you know, there are days that we're tired, we don't feel well, whatever, but that is what I tell myself. I'm like, oh, Misty Kirby's probably on the other side of this video at some point, and I want to represent this business with the greatest respect because they've changed my life.
And add into that really quick.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing that we can keep in mind is pretend like you're going live and somebody wants to join your team is watching you.
That's right.
Pretend like somebody who this is their first time seeing you and they're considering joining Paparazzi, and on the live they're watching of you. They're trying to decide between you and someone else.
That's right. Make them stop on your video. Like, you do not want people to just keep scrolling. Do something that makes them stop and say, what is this girl doing? Okay, so wear the jewelry. You guys, I see people's lives all the time, and they don't even have one piece of jewelry on. Like, you're not going to sell the product if you're not wearing it. So wear the jewelry. It doesn't even have to be in your live. Wear it on a daily basis. Post pictures of yourself wearing something cute. People like to see that every day you're wearing cute stuff. And I'm not saying you have to be supermodel or look a certain way or anything like that. And that's what I tell my team. God made us perfect the way that we are. But at least show up like you are going to a job interview for your dream job, and that the founders of this very business are on the other side watching. So I think that is something that we really take pride in. And I just really, like, that is something I stress from the moment that people join, is like, I take a lot of pride in this business, and my team is like my babies, you know, they're like my family. And I want that for them too. I want everyone to succeed, everyone on here. And so that is something that no matter what, I have literally ran in from a ball game where I like was sweating to death and my hair was all pulled up, but I made sure that I looked presentable enough, had my jewelry on and all of that, that they didn't know I had set for 4 hours at a ballpark. You know what I mean? So just always show up like you are ready to take on this dream job of yours. So that's the first thing that you talked about. The second thing was elite standard, right? So I know that when I signed up for Paparazzi, that was something that was poured into me right off the bat, which I come from a lineage of several elite leaders. And it was not like, okay, let's settle for director. Director is fantastic. Any movement that you are making forward is amazing. But if you start your business as I will hit elite, because you guys, being an elite leader, that's just a whole nother standard, and your business kind of goes to the next level. It's really where everyone should strive to be. But if you say today, no matter how long it takes me to get there, I am going to be an elite leader, you will. And I don't care if you have one team member on your team, if you will run your team page and your team member like you're already an elite leader, not only will you be elite someday, but your team member is probably going to be elite too. So I got to take a team member with me to Utah last weekend. She's a director. She has 3 people on her team. But I promise you, that girl runs her team page like she has 9 million team members, because that mentality and that standard is there. So yes, like we celebrate director, we celebrate premier director, all the things, because those are amazing and we're thankful for them. But you definitely want to come into this business and not settle for anything less than what it truly is that you want. And elite is a wonderful rank to be, because that means not only are you growing as a team leader, but your team is flourishing, and that's the goal. You want your team to succeed. So that's just kind of the like standard that we start our team on. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, but just keep working until you get to exactly where it is that you want to be. And we never just want to stop. You know, I'm so thankful to be fashionista, but if you don't think A-lister is like biting at me, girl, you know.
Me too.
So you never, and it's not just that I want a title. It's not about the title. It's that I know my team is so capable of having that rank and being an A-lister team. I see them working so hard, and I see all the things that they're doing, and so I want that for them. So yeah, you never want to get complacent, and you just want to keep growing. And Trent Kirby said this one time, you will never hit the next rank with the team that you have. So keep that mindset whenever it comes to recruiting. Keep growing your team wide, personally sponsored, because it's going to keep growing long as your team recruits as well. So you want to continue to share that opportunity, because if you don't, you are depriving someone of a potential blessing that they are meant to have. So that's the elite standard.
So wait, I want to add something to that part. With us going into this new paparazzi year, I want everyone also to not only just understand elite, but understand why elite is important. So we were talking about peeling back the layers. You want to be elite. Why? Just because you want to wear the jacket or go on the trip or whatever. Like, what is it about elite that really sticks out to you? So you have to know why you want to be elite, the perks of elite, you know, what perk looks like, you know, what your team's volume needs to look like. What it, you know, if you don't understand the roadmap to get there, it's going to be a lot harder for you to just say, I want to be Life of the Party Diamond. Why? Like, what is it about Diamond that you like? So what I want everyone to do is this year, think about each aspect of paparazzi greatness. So if you want to be considered great as a leader, that's the Crown Club. What does it mean to be great in Crown Club? Does it mean that you're Crown Club 25, 50, 75? Know what the levels are. If you want to be a top seller and you want to be a top Life of the Party, don't just go for, oh, I want to be Pink Diamond. Why? What steps will you need to get there? So I want everyone to take some time to really dig in, to really research, to really understand. If you don't understand, talk to a leader, talk to someone who's done it, and just ask them, what does it require? What will I have to do to make it happen? And I think that if you go into it with a high goal, saying, I want to shoot for elite, I want to go for Crown Club 50 this year, I want to go for, once you go high, even if you fall a little bit short, at least you tried to get there. So if and I mentioned this to you guys earlier, if there are elites that can get there within 6 months, don't count yourself out. Don't think that you in a year can't do it, because your sponsor was elite in 6 months, right? Is that right?
I was elite in 4 months.
4 months. And Kristen,
I think hers was 6.
Okay, so guys, we have Brooke and Kristen who were elite within 4 and 6 months.
Yeah.
It's possible, okay, guys? So don't count yourself out. Don't think, oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's too hard. Even if it takes you longer. So like for Danielle and I, it took us about a year. If it takes you 10 years, whatever it takes you in your journey, you just have to know that you're giving your best, but we are all aspiring to the same end goal. Yeah. So you slowing down, you quitting, you getting too down on yourself is not going to help you to get to where you're trying to go.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
So you can go on to the next part. I just wanted to add that in.
So then the last little thing that you talked about was hostess parties. And that was one way that I really grew my sales, my customer base, and then also my team. So I was challenged when I very first started to do a hostess party, and I was clueless. Like, I did not know what I was doing, but I'm super competitive. So I just went for it. And now that hostess that I have is actually a team member of mine and has been on my team from the start. So not only did I gain a team member, but I have customers from her and she lives in Washington. I live in Arkansas. So big difference, you know? And so I have customers that have faithfully shopped me since that hostess party. And so I thought, well, heck, this works. Like, I'm doing it. So I started implementing hostess parties very regularly. And that is truly how my business grew so fast. That is definitely one way, is because I was getting new eyes and new customers and new team members all the time. Because here's the deal. When you do a hostess party after the fact and you see how much money you've made from that party, you can go back to your hostess and say, okay, I just made $1,500 off of this live, and those were your friends and family. So if they're going to shop from me and pay me that, what would they do for you? And it really plants that seed of like, oh, okay, like they're basically getting their business started in that moment and they don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. So that helps people kind of realize like, oh, this is fun. You know, my family and friends loved it. And then, okay, I think I want to try it. So I highly recommend implementing hostess parties. I am about to try a new way of doing hostess parties, so I'll keep you posted on that. But last weekend, I got some training on how to do hostess parties where she does them in groups. So you're not even live. You go live for a few minutes, kind of welcome everybody, and then you just do them as posts in a group. And then you go live again to like tell everybody thank you. This consultant that was giving me the training has sold tons of jewelry doing it this way. She runs 15 hostess parties a week at the same time consecutively. It's amazing. So I'm going to try to master that and see how it goes, because I feel like it's definitely an easy way to get a good amount of people in, new eyes still, and all the things. But hostess parties for me were just a really big hit, and everyone loves getting free jewelry. So, you know, it's a win-win for everybody. So I definitely recommend implementing those. I think it's going to be super helpful. And so if you're not trying new ways, that's the thing. Implement different things. Do messenger parties, do hostess parties, do lives, do vendor events. Try it all. Some things may not be as successful as others, but if you're not implementing several different ways, there are some people that you're not going to capture as customers, because some people would prefer a messenger party over sitting on a live for 3 hours. You know, everybody's different. So just try it.
And you guys remember, we have been training all week, and I have been showing the same board, because we're talking about, like, not only do you want to go live, because if the live button goes away, you cannot go live for whatever reason. Yeah. You want to, in addition to going live, you can work all these other ways to, you know, do your business. You can get on TikTok. You can do albums. You can do a messenger party. You can do, let's see, I can't read backwards, Snapchat. You can do pop-up events. You can do office parties, basket parties. You can work your stories, your bling bag, those messenger parties. You know, you can do hostess part, anything. it's so many different, and this was just on one live, just a couple of minutes, like, hey, you guys, put in some ideas and some suggestions. And these are some of the great things that we came up with. And so if you were to sit and you were to say, I have multiple streams of income. I want to have multiple streams of ways that I'm selling my jewelry. I want to make sure I'm not just doing the same thing all the time, but I'm shaking it up in this new year and I'm trying a lot of different things. So thank you so much for that idea to sell. And I think there are tons of YouTube videos out there, you know, all kind of trainings and people you can reach out to figure out ways that you can move your jewelry beyond the things that you've kind of been doing already.
Right. And Instagram too. Like I'm old school. Like I just got an Instagram. So I'm just now figuring it out. But that is a way that a lot of people are seeing success in sales and customers is by doing things on Instagram. So that's something else I'm learning. But you know, if you will adapt and keep learning, if you're not ever learning something new and trying to implement it, you're going to get complacent. So like, just try it, you know?
And we talked about that earlier, guys. If you watched this morning's training, we were talking about having a millionaire mindset. A wealthy mindset says, even if this doesn't work, I'm going to figure out a way to make it work. I'm going to try and try again. So if you say, oh, you know, I've been talking to these business partners, it's not really working out that well. Okay, what else can you try? What else can you do? Maybe you could share with someone that is really good at it what you're doing, and they can say, hey, maybe you can tweak this, or maybe you can try that, or it's so many ways. So one big thing is, if people say that, oh, paparazzi is oversaturated, it's too many people doing it, I would say maybe on Facebook on your timeline, it may appear that it's too many people doing paparazzi. But paparazzi consultants only make up less than 1% of the population, which lets you know that we have so much more, you know, space to grow. But it's not oversaturated on Instagram. It's not oversaturated on Snapchat, on Twitter. At these half the time when we host parties and vending events, people have never even heard of paparazzi before. So we got to get out there and try different things. And maybe we can saturate another market where we can, you know, it appear to be that way. But you have to get out of the mindset of thinking that there's no room to grow. As Brooke mentioned, there are still some things that paparazzi is going to do and surprise us in this coming year. I'm pretty sure at convention, there are going to be some things that they're releasing. And like the last time we had an in-person convention, they released the men's line of jewelry. So, you know, this time I can only imagine what they're going to do this year, you know, so get your hopes up and believe that big things are coming for you in your business. And this is going to be your year to shine. So if you are not successful this year, if you are not able to achieve your goals, you have to take ownership for that, because this is your moment to kind of take seriously what you want to come in this year. And if you really want it bad enough, you're going to strategize tonight, tomorrow, and make it a non-negotiable that you will not crush every single one of your goals. So
something I like to tell my team is you cannot have a millionaire mindset or a millionaire dream with a minimum wage work ethic.
That's true.
And that is true. Like, you can't believe and hope and dream you're going to be a millionaire in this business and work it like a hobby. Can't happen. So if you really want those dreams and goals and all the things that you see and you talk about, you know, whatever that looks like for you guys, then you've got to be ready and willing to put the work in. If it's a hobby for you, that's okay. But you got to be okay with the fact that it's just a hobby, and that's how it's going to turn out for you. If you want to be a self-made millionaire from this business, good news, you can. But you got to be ready to, like, put in the work. Tired, whatever it may be. I mean, there have been how many nights, Mel, where we haven't slept a week because we can't shut our brains off. You've got to prepare yourself. Entrepreneurs work harder than anybody else in the world, because you're working for yourself. My grandparents have said that forever. Like, be an entrepreneur, but be prepared to work harder than anybody else. And it's true, but golly, the reward is amazing, you know? So that's just something I heard one time, and I just share it with my team all the time. Millionaire dreams, they're amazing, but you can't have minimum wage work ethic. You got to be ready to, like, put in the work.
And I know to that point, it made me think of a conversation I had with Misty Kirby one time. And, you know, Brooke and I, we love her. Danielle loves her. She's awesome. You know, one of the founders of Paparazzi. And she and I were chatting, and I was kind of sharing discouragement with her to say like how the higher you grow, people don't really tell you that success can be lonely, that you can kind of, especially if you don't have people who are trying to do the same things you're trying to do, or you have people who might not be as passionate about what you're trying, you know, because like for Brooke and I, we really want huge things to come from this business, you know, as far as like, we're both at the same kind of point in our journey at fashionista level, but we want to see our teams grow. We want to take more of our teams to Elite Retreat. We want to, and the same for Danielle, I'll throw her in there too. We are all leaders who care. We are all leaders who lead with heart. We are all leaders who put our all into everything that we do. And I was just kind of sharing with her how discouraged I was feeling at that time, because I want more people to experience what I have. You know, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I'm elite. Oh my gosh. Like no, I want, come with me. Like, I want to go, let's go to the beach together. Like, let's do these things.
Yes.
And one thing she told me that I will never forget is she said, Mel, you're an eagle, and eagles fly solo often. And you have to understand that when you are soaring and you're going high, everybody's not going to understand why you're hustling so hard. Everybody's not going to understand why you're losing sleep, or why you're waking up early, or why you're so pumped up, or why your why is so strong. Again, there are some people who come and they literally join this business for a discount. They literally join just to make a couple $100. And for those people, we fully support you. We fully, you know, rally around you and say, thank you for being a part of this team, because everything that you do to get closer to your goals makes us feel good as leaders. So if we can support you in your hobby or in your part-time experience here, if that's what you're here for, by all means, let's support you. But if on the flip side, you want elite, you want big goals, you want to crush that empire diamond, life of the party, whatever it is, then let's help you do that. But it's going to require you to be an eagle. It's going to require you to soar. It's going to require you to have to like transition and like separate yourself from people if necessary, or for you to just fly and just learn how to see the world in a different place. And what she followed that to say is, you're an eagle. And she said that eagles get to see things that most people don't get to see. And that's the truth. The more you're hustling in your business, the more you're grinding, the more you're showing up, the more you're praying, the more that you're pouring into others, being a blessing, you know, showing up when others quit. When you're doing all the things, you're going to start seeing things in life that other people just won't be able to see. And so you graciously and humbly as possible, just continue to work your business. But again, you have to understand that when you see people who are doing big things, know that it did not come easy. It did not come overnight. And it was not something that they just woke up and it just happened. They had to put a lot into it to get there, but it is so worth it in the end. When you can retire and resign from your job in your early 30s, where others who may, oh, why is she doing that? The $5 jewelry, blah, blah, blah. Yes, $5 jewelry is allowing me to resign from my job and be able to live the life that I want to live. So that's it. Did you want to add anything else for tonight?
No, I think that's it. Thank you for having me. I love you guys. I love this team. I love you, Mel. And the future is so bright with Paparazzi, you guys. So just keep pushing. Believe in yourself. I've said this on Danielle's team training and yours, but it's something that I like to just tell my team all the time is you're worth it. You're worth fighting for. You deserve it, and you are making a difference. And you guys, if you will believe that about yourself, you will see this business and your business on a whole nother level. So keep working hard, you guys. It's worth it, and it's so much fun.
And Brooke, in return, I love you right back. Danielle, we love you. Thank you so much for having us on Elite Rockstars. Elite Rockstars, thank you for being here. Yes. We have Brooke's team, my team, all of us, you know, wherever this video goes, just know that there is love behind everything that we're sharing, everything that we're contributing, every training, every conversation, anything that we're doing is because we care. All right. And because we love you guys, we want to see you guys be successful. And so, I wanted to end though with what our shirts say. So Brooke, one more time, make sure your shirt is in here. Made for this, okay? You guys are made for this. If God led you to this business, you're made for this. When all of this is said and done, again, we have our birthday and our day that we will transition out of this life. You have that dash in the middle, and make that dash count. Make sure that you utilize every opportunity, every moment of this business, because there will be some day where somebody talks about you and your time in paparazzi. Make sure that they have something good to talk about. Make sure that they understand that you were made for this. You ran your goals, you gave your best, you did everything that you came and was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, before you go to bed tonight, pray, manifest, write it out, whatever it is for this year, and set your tone of your year off strong to say that I will not let up. I will have my foot on the gas and go for this thing to the goal line until I reach everything that I set out to do, because I know that God led me here for a purpose. And even if my purpose is to be kind, to be loving, to, you know, lend a listening ear, to give away jewelry, to hit a high sales goal, to ranks that don't even exist, whatever it is that you came to do, know that you are here for a purpose, and you should not step foot out of this business or even consider it until you have exhausted everything that you have come here to do.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed our little pop-in surprise for Twin Day. I saw some of you guys comments like, oh, you guys are wearing the same earrings. Yes, we're wearing, we coordinated, guys. We have on the same earrings, the same shirt.
Great minds think alike.
The same pink lipstick. Yeah, it would be funny if we were just naturally in sync. Like, oh my gosh, like, what are the chances? You just happen to have one.
We did post the same story one day without knowing.
Yes, that was so funny. But no, guys, with this, we kind of planned it out. Like, do you have these earrings? Okay, do you have the shirt? So, okay, our little secret. Don't tell anybody. But all right, you guys have a great night. And if you missed any of this, just go back and watch the replay. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Good night.